What's up, everybody, and welcome to our UFC 304 prediction and breakdown of the entire main card. I'm here with Crush MMA, Pedro, if you want to name him by his first name. How you feeling, brother?
Happy to be here. Happy that we finally have a good card to look forward to. It's been really bad the last few weeks. I'm very excited for this one. Let's get into it.
For sure, brother. We're going to be trying to make more YouTube content as well, so you can see our faces more often. We will do some things on Instagram, YouTube, even maybe TikTok, but we'll see. Let's just start this card off. Leon Edwards versus Bilal Muhammad is the main event. Very good one. A lot of people are hating on it a bit, but what's
Yeah.
your opinion on this one?
I mean, I can understand why both guys are not very. They're not known for very exciting fights. Leon got that very highlight a big highlight against Kamaru Usman, but besides that, he has a lot of decisions. Bilal Muhammad, we know about that as well, about that already. People call him a decision merchant, but I see this fight has a lot of bad blood. There's history behind this. I see Bilal is coming in with fire. He's fired up for this one, so it's not gonna be bad. I don't think so.
Yeah, I agree, bro. I think it's going to be much better than people expect it to be, just like you said, because there's some type of beef there. I feel like Bilal
Mhm.
really dislikes Leon, and Leon is just a bit chilling, but we will see, man. If you look at this main card right now, what would you say is your favorite fight?
I believe the best fight out of these might be Paddy Pimblett versus Bobby Green. It can be. I can see a big brawl happening. I, yeah, or Tom Aspinall with a big finish.
Yeah, for sure. Like Tom
Yeah.
Aspinall first blades, I feel like that's definitely going to be a finish, however this one goes. But for
Hmm.
me personally, I think it's a really underrated fight. Arnold Allen versus Giga Chikadze. This is also the opener, so let's just start with a more of a deep breakdown of this one. Arnold Allen is a big favorite here. He's 5 years younger, 5'8" versus 6 foot on Giga's side. Giga obviously a very good striker, a Dutch type of kickboxer. Fun fact: my brother fought on the same card as him in kickboxing in the Netherlands, where Giga got knocked out in round number one, more of a TKO,
Oof.
like kind of gave up. But obviously, very good striker. Arnold Allen too, but I feel like the striking it will be a problem if it just stays on the feet. What do you think?
Um, I'll definitely favor Allen here because I think he has a lot more options. He has a lot more tools to get this done. If he mixes in the takedowns, Giga will his striking won't be as good because he'll be thinking about the takedown threat. Arnold, he's also a beast standing. People, I remember when he fought Dan Hooker back in England in 2022, I want to say. That was my first live event ever. Um, it was quite incredible what he was able to do against Dan Hooker on the feet. And I think if he pressures Giga, he can do very well on the feet against Giga as well, even without the takedowns. So yeah, I'll definitely lean Allen here.
I do have to agree here. I feel like Allen is better everywhere. That even if he stays on the feet, he will be able to win. But I feel like with Giga, there are always some dangers there if you stay with him on the feet. The kicks are very strong, even the punches as well. His last fight against Caceres wasn't very impressive, but it
Hmm.
was more of a comeback type of win. And Caceres is a difficult opponent.
Yeah.
I will go with Allen. I feel like minus 300. It kind of makes sense because Allen can mix it up if need be, but he will be the much smaller fighter here, so there's might be some problems there. There's also a big reach advantage for Giga, so
Hmm.
it's always going to be dangerous. But I'm
Arnold has
definitely
dealt with that before in the past, right?
for sure, for
Big
sure.
reach differences.
Yeah, for sure. Because he's smaller than a lot of those guys.
Hmm.
On a two-fight losing streak, but against Max Holloway and Movsar Yevloev, so it is what
Exactly.
it is.
Nothing to be ashamed of. And
Yeah,
Movsar Evloev, I remember people being a little bit unhappy with the decision, but that's another story.
yeah, it was kind of close as well.
Yeah.
What I also would like to add is Arnold Allen versus Kelvin Qatar. Like how long it lasted, it was about 2 to 3 minutes, but Allen was piecing him up, man. I remember it. And then if we
Hmm.
see what Qatar did to Giga, MMA
Yes.
math, but you know.
Yes, exactly.
They're
But yeah, this
still,
is a probably confident pick from
yeah,
both of us, I think.
for sure, for sure. So next up, we have CLD Christian Leroy Duncan versus RoboCop Gregory Rodriguez, a middleweight banger, bro. I'm so looking forward to this one. I feel like this is definitely going to be a finish, however it goes. I'll let you introduce this one.
I feel like this is a little bit of a striker grappler matchup. Lately, you see Gregory Rodriguez has been get he's becoming in love with the knockout life, and sometimes this is scary when I see grapplers going this direction. He had that little slip up against Bruno. Was it Bruno?
Yeah,
Yes. So people were counting out his chin a little bit, but ever since then he's back on the 2 fight win streak by knockout. But yeah, I really hope he tries to grapple this in this fight. He's coming in 2.5 weeks notice, I believe.
yeah,
This is correct. So um, sometimes this is good actually. If you don't have to go through a full training camp, you're more well rested. You didn't have time to be stressing about the fight for months. So I don't know. I'll probably lean Gregory here, but I'll let you take over now.
yeah. What you said makes sense. I don't have a lot to add here. I would say that Christian is probably the better striker, but
Hmm.
Rodriguez, to be honest, like he's a grappler, but his striking is very powerful and good as well. So,
Hmm.
even there, I see chances for him. But the fact that it is 2.5 week short notice kind of scaring me because RoboCop is big, muscled, so he needs a lot of cardio, which might be a problem here. I will
But he
stick.
seems to be in shape. He doesn't balloon up a lot, I think.
True, true. Although he looks very big, I don't think that his weight is like crazy big for
Yeah,
middleweight. I think it's
yeah,
okay. So that's true as well. I think he always stays in shape. He still trains, and that's why I'm still picking him here, even if it is on short notice. He is an underdog, by the way, like a small one. I think
hmm.
minus 105. So this will
Short
be,
notice is fair.
yeah, exactly. So this is our first underdog pick of this main card. I like it here, man.
Yeah,
I'm not too confident, but I feel like there's something to be said there. I'm going with
yeah.
Rodriguez. Next up, King Green. King Green because that's his nickname now against
Google
Paddy the
still
Baddy.
has Bobby. It's interesting.
Yeah, typology too, but it is what it is. Bobby Green is a small little favorite, but it's like close to minus 110 on both sides. I
Yeah,
will say, bro, I feel like Bobby Green is a much better striker, better wrestler
yeah.
probably. The grappling, I would say, is for Pimblet, but I just don't really see a way to which he can take Bobby to the ground, right?
Okay, I disagree a little bit. I feel like I saw this little interview that Patty did with what's his name? The Guru,
Yeah,
MMA Guru. He did an interview. I want to say like a week ago or less, and he hinted at having this little game plans that he's not going to be trying to pressure Bobby Green. He's going to try and let Green take the first step, which he's not used to. He usually tries to play around on the outside, hands down, playing with you a little bit, touching you up. Um, when it comes to taking Bobby Green down, I don't think Paddy will go the straight wrestling way. He'll probably try and pressure against the cage if he gets an option, a position for that. And he's been working a lot on his judo, and he has a very good judo throws. So I believe he could use that judo to take Bobby Green down, and I believe if he gets him down, Bobby has trouble getting back up. We've seen him struggle against very good grapplers in the past. Mahashev is at the next level, but still,
Moises,
Pimblet is
that's
very
his.
sticky.
Yeah, yeah. I do agree that if this fight goes to the ground, it will be very hard for Green to stand up.
Mhm.
But I'm gonna be honest, bro. I'm sorry for all the judokas. If you're not a top level judoka, like world champion type, I feel like you won't really succeed in MMA. This when do you really see in like men's fights really have some crazy judo throws? Islam Makhachev is pretty good with those, but that's the only
He's
one I can
very
really.
good with those.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. But that's the only
Uh,
one I can think of.
You see a lot of these Russians that have a good Greco-Roman base. They mix in their judo very well. You see a lot of girls doing judo throws, but in men's, exactly. You see Mackenzie Dern going a lot for the head and arm, which is always scary because I feel like you're giving up your back. Um, but yeah, I see Pimblett like probably he could probably get Bobby Green down with one of those. He has some good judo throws. Even and this is another option I think he has for like the triangle he does against the cage.
Flying triangle type thing.
I'm not saying he needs to do flying triangle, but just force like a guard pull or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
I think that could work, honestly.
do you think he should grapple against Bobby Green? I know you're a jiu-jitsu guy, but
No, he's not gonna pull guard like crazy, but like I feel like if Bobby starts going crazy on him on the feet, he probably could do something like that, just pull him down. But also, I think people are counting Paddy a little bit out on the feet. He might have that crazy style on the feet, chin up and everything, which Bobby also does a little bit with the chin up. Bobby has been taking a lot of He took a lot of damage 2 fights ago, I want to say. Um, Paddy can crack. He can crack. He has a couple knockouts. He did wobble Tony last fight. I know it's not the same Tony, but it's not impossible that Paddy could crack Green somehow.
for sure.
I
But
think.
thing is, like I feel like Green should be able to win this pretty easily if his chin is okay. But man, bro, the way he got knocked out against Turner, the way he got knocked out against Dober as well, bro. I feel like even in the fight against Turner, I don't feel like the shot that like knocked him down was that hard. It was good, it was calculated, but I feel like somebody with a good chin should be able to eat it.
Mhm.
Paddy
Yeah,
Pimblett would have for sure eaten that, bro. He would have
yeah.
eaten that like 10 times in that fight,
That's the thing. I don't see Bobby like knocking Paddy out.
for sure. No, no,
The only way, the only way I see Bobby getting this W is if he just pieces him up for 3 rounds. And I don't believe Paddy is still a young guy. He can push the pace. I know he gasses out a little bit, but I feel like if he feels like he's behind, he'll go a little. He'll make the fight dirty enough that he'll have an advantage if the fight gets dirty. You know what I mean? So yeah, I see more ways for Paddy to win this fight actually.
you're
So
going
I'll
with Paddy
disagree with
Pimblett.
that. I'm going with Paddy Pimblett on this
That's
fight.
interesting. That's interesting.
Yeah.
So, what I will say is Bobby Green will win this if his chin holds up a bit, if he doesn't get touched. I know, like you said, Pimblett can make it dirty, but I feel like with Bobby, bro, like when do you really see him like with his back against the cage? He moves well. His jab is pretty hard, although he
Mhm,
never really knocks somebody out except for Grant Dawson, who
mhm.
just gave up. Let's be honest. Um, I feel like Bobby's striking is good. His footwork is good. He will be able to defend the takedowns because Paddy's takedown offense isn't too good. So I'm going with Bobby Green. But I see what you're saying, bro. He might just catch him because he's getting a bit desperate and he just catches him. But not because he's a better fighter, but because he's the younger and more athletic fighter.
And bigger as well.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, I would say bigger
Yes.
as well. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay,
So
on to the next.
on to the next co-main event: Tom Aspinall versus Curtis Blades. Do you know what the nickname is of Tom Aspinall? Honey
Tell me.
Badger.
Honey Badger?
Yeah,
Really? I did
yeah.
not know this.
Because like he said like multiple times that he's scared in there when he gets into the cage,
Mm.
and a honey badger is like a badass small little animal. You know which animal that is, right?
No,
You don't?
Badger.
It's a small little animal
Okay, I'm
that
looking at
just
it
beats the
now.
shit out of lions and tigers and shit because he's
Really?
scared. He's the most dangerous when he's scared, and he like you, you can do whatever you want with him. The skin is super thick. I think that
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure some bullets can even penetrate the skin. That's how like tough
Ui.
this animal is. Yeah, it's crazy. So Tom Aspinall is the honey badger because he's scared in there, but that's when he's the most dangerous. I think DC gave him that nickname.
Okay, okay.
So that's interesting.
You live and you learn. I did not know this.
Exactly, exactly. And honey badger is a small little animal, so you wouldn't say that Tom Aspinall, but yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. But
So, You want to
No,
go
you go
ahead and
ahead.
give
Go
your
ahead. Go ahead.
prediction?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, so first fight, freak accident. Um, people, I remember people saying like Curtis was piecing Tom up on the feet, like he was getting caught with jabs. I remember seeing a slow mo video on Twitter after that, that those shots were actually not really connecting. So a little bit, yeah, but not as much as people were saying. So yeah, I see a lot. I could confidently say Tom probably takes this one. I believe he has the speed advantage, the power advantage. He has the crisper striking. Sometimes he gets caught, which happened against Pavlovich. He got a little bit wobbled. That's a possibility. Um, Curtis is wrestling. I don't see it. I don't see how it could be a big problem for Tom. Tom is very quick. He'll probably react well to those. I believe Tom could easily take the fight down himself. We saw what Malagino was doing to Curtis Blades. Not a good look for him. Honestly, everywhere I think Tom has an advantage. The only way I see Curtis taking this win is by he gets caught coming in. You know what I mean? He gets touched. Uh, yeah, I see people online saying Tom looks a little bit too confident, like he's coming in with flashy clothes for the press conference. He's feeling himself a little bit, and Curtis is like the silent killer. I mean, something could happen. A lot of people would be angry because we wouldn't see hopefully the future fight against John Jones or Stipe Miocic, John Jones. But yeah, go ahead, give yours.
Yeah, I would say that I agree with about everything you said. I especially like that you said that Tom Aspinall can be hit. That sometimes he's just a bit too careless. His chin is like Paddy's, it's just up in the air, so
A
he
little
can
bit,
get
yeah.
hit. But bro, he's so much better in the striking. I would not advise Aspinall to try and wrestle Blades because although he's probably the much better guy, I'm not sure how his cardio is, bro. Maybe the same thing happens as in his Blades last fight, where in the first round he gets dominated, but then Maladino just gets tired or whatever happened there, broke mentally maybe. I'm not sure what happened there, but
Very weird situation for sure.
yeah, I feel like
A lapse in concentration. I wouldn't say it was gassing out or anything, to be honest. But honestly, what Maladino did there, like I think if Tom gets into those positions, he will like ground and pound Curtis into the shadow realm. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah,
He will not just stick in trying to control.
yeah, true, true. But Maladino is very good BJJ though. I feel like that's on a higher level than Aspinall's. With Aspinall though, I feel like he just sees however the fight goes. If he sees an opening, he'll go for the takedown, but he won't
The takedown
be
on Volkov, it was
exactly
beauty.
two times beautiful. Like he one time he just came into the clinch and like whatever, you're in my clinch. I have two underhooks. I trip you and let's go to the ground. I feel like something similar could happen, but overall, I think that Aspinall should just stick to the striking, and if he does one or two rounds, is all he needs to knock out Curtis Blades because he's too hittable. And once he gets hit, once he gets hurt, I feel like at that point it will be over.
You just can't rush for like a highlight knockout. You know what I
For
mean?
sure, no, 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 no.
I feel like if he stays smart, he has all the tools to take this win. So yeah, the only way is like a crazy, I don't know, crazy counter that Curtis comes up with. Yeah, if
Or
Tom, yeah,
or late finish for Blades. I feel like that might happen as well with Tom tiring.
this fight doesn't get past the first. I think.
You
I
don't?
think. I don't think
It
so.
might, bro. I think it might.
Either Tom gets caught or he runs over Curtis. I think it's one of those. To be honest.
We'll
Let's
see,
see.
bro.
You remember Curtis? He gave up his back against Malagino many times when he was getting taken down. You see Tom. He sees the back. He jumps on it. You saw him doing that against
Arlovsky.
Arlovsky. I th- and people saying he doesn't have. You were saying he doesn't have as good jiu-jitsu as Malagino. We don't know that because Malagino. That's all he does basically. Since we see Tom doing everything else, you don't know how good his jiu-jitsu is. He's been doing jiu-jitsu ever since he was a kid. His dad is a black belt. So He's probably got very good jiu-jitsu, but he doesn't really show it as much because we see all the flash knockouts, the crazy flashy knockouts. Sorry.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah,
why I say that Maladino probably has better BJJ is because he's a smaller fighter. Like he was
yeah,
originally a light heavyweight. And, bro, the smaller you are, the better your jiu-jitsu is. Like overall, heavyweight jiu-jitsu is different
it's
than
not as good. Yeah, yeah.
and I don't really see Aspinall jumping on the back of Blades. Like it might have worked against Arlovsky, but Arlovsky honestly has terrible submission defense. So
Yeah.
there it might happen with Blades. I don't see it. It's probably ending in round 1 or round 2. Let's be honest. But
Round one, my friend. I'm confident.
all right, so you're going round 1 KO for Aspinall.
Yes.
I'll go
Or he
round 2
or he
KO.
gets caught.
I'm going round 2 knockout for Tom Aspinall. That's what I see.
Okay. Okay, I like that.
So that's the co-main event. Now we got the main event of the evening: Leon Rocky Edwards versus Balal. Remember the name Muhammad. A lot of people won't remember the name, but it is what it is.
You're
He,
Bilal hater, huh?
me no, bro.
No.
I'm okay. I don't really like. I can't say I like him a lot, but I don't really mind him.
Yeah, people hit him on him a little bit too much. When it comes to the fight itself, I'll probably lean Leon since we saw what he was doing to him in the first fight. What I see, which is going to be a little bit more interesting here, is that Bilal is coming in a crazy shape. In crazy shape. I saw the post you did comparing like his last fight to this one.
Everybody stole
Uh,
that post, by the way. Fuck you guys. Everybody stole that post, bro.
It was a good post. I thought of it myself, of stealing it myself.
You can
So
do it,
yeah.
bro. I'm all good with that. But bro, so many people, man.
Yeah, but I don't know. He seems very focused. Leon, he, I don't know if he wants to cruise to a decision as he most of the times tries to do. I see he could give Bilal openings to mix in the ground game. And Leon, if he gets in a little bit of trouble, he starts getting tired. He starts feeling the pressure because Bilal will bring the pressure 100%. He seems very focused. He seems in great shape. He'll have the gas tank and more for the 5 rounds. He could break him.
I agree with everything you're saying, bro. But the thing is, so matchup wise, Bilal is a bad matchup for Leon, right? We can agree on that.
Yes.
But I feel like just quality wise, Leon is just much better, bro. I
Yes.
feel like
I also
Leon
agree.
can wrestle with Bilal. He can grapple with Bilal. He can outstrike Bilal easily. And he's bigger, more athletic, faster, better kicks, better punches, better head movement.
Not better cardio.
That's true. That's true. But I don't feel like
Bilal he has to do the Habib, which is going after you for 5 rounds, cra- crazy striking, just throwing hands at you in the craziest ways. That's the way he wins this fight,
but
putting crazy pressure on Leon.
but Leon doesn't let people put the crazy pressure on him. We saw with
Kamaru did
Colby.
in the first fight.
Yeah, but you have to remember that it was at altitude, so he was automatically a bit more tired. And that's Kamaru Usman, bro. That was prime Kamaru Usman. We cannot compare prime Kamaru to Balal, like with all
Bilal
due
is a
respect.
great fighter, let's be honest.
For sure, but he
People
doesn't have
hate
the
on him, but
wrestling.
he's a great fighter.
But he doesn't have the wrestling of Usman. All he has, he's above average everywhere, and he has cardio and he has pressure. That makes him very good. And he's smart. Let's be honest, he's a smart fighter. But so is
I
Leon.
wouldn't say he has worse wrestling than Usman.
What did you say?
I don't think he has his wrestling is much worse than Usman. If we're talking straight wrestling, I know Usman has the collegiate background and everything, but this is MMA wrestling. It's different. Usman has great wrestling. Bilal, it's all about pressure in this game. Kamaru was putting on the pressure, the cardio, just staying on Leon's face the entire time. I don't feel like it's about technical precision with the wrestling to be in this case. I don't know. I might be crazy here, but
think
I'm
you
not
are
saying he has
crazy,
better wrestling than Usman, huh?
I
I'm not
think
gonna-
you are crazy, bro. There's no way. Listen, I'm not saying that Usman is like miles and miles above, but he's
Mhm.
definitely better, bro. I do I
Yes,
really
yes, I agree. I was just trying to make a distinction. Like we're not talking about like a bad wrestler versus a very good
no
wrestler. This
for
is a
sure.
good
Yeah,
wrestler versus an elite wrestler.
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's all about pressure. And there's another thing that's going to happen here, which is the time the fight is going to be happening at. It's probably going to be an advantage for Bilal because he's living in that time zone, so it's more natural for him. Even though Leon probably made the right uh,
Adjustments.
adjustments exactly in his day-to-day life to make it work for him. But yeah, I see ways for Bilal to win this fight. I don't feel like it's that easy of a
It's
fight
not a
for Leon.
wash. I agree that there are ways for Bilal to win, but overall, I feel like Leon is
He's
just
better
so good everywhere. And what you're saying,
everywhere.
like Bilal has to Khabib Leon, but I don't see him being able to do it. I feel like he forces the pace on his opponents. He feints all the time. He doesn't have like really crazy output so that Bilal can have that output with him to
Hmm.
where he can tire out Leon. And bro, to be honest, Bilal doesn't have that crazy output, bro. I watched back his fights. In my head, I thought like, oh, this guy comes forward like crazy and this and that, but he doesn't really do
He
that as
doesn't. He
much.
doesn't. But the shape from the picture I saw of him, he's been training like crazy, looking forward for this fight. He seems very motivated. The
Yeah,
whole like representing his background thing from
of course,
Palestine, the fact that he lost no the last fight, the no contest, the bad blood we have here. I feel like if he he'll probably he wants this fight more than Leon. Leon is kind of like, I have to fight this guy because he probably thought he was not a deserving guy.
yeah.
So he might underestimate Bilal a little bit here.
Yeah, I do agree that there's something to say about mentality. I feel like Bilal has the edge there. He's super locked in. And bro, the
Hmm.
shape he's in, he looks like he's been juicing for 10 years. That's how good he looks. I'm not saying he juiced, but like he looks
No,
like he
no.
did. So that's just the insane shape he is in. But of course, we know the most aesthetic man in the UFC, Leon Edwards.
Yeah, crazy genetics the guy has,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah. Nah,
But
but
yeah,
I do see what you're saying, but I feel like Leon is at such a level that
yeah, I'm
even
probably
like
saying all this and he gets slept in the first. Like, I don't know. But don't count him out. That's all I'm saying.
yeah, for sure. Never count him out. And like you said, Leon might be able to be broken. And if
Hmm.
there's somebody that could do it, it would have been Kobe or Bilal. So
The Colby that we saw was a little bit
yeah,
strange,
it
to be
was a
honest.
weird Kobe. That's not the
It's
one.
not the Colby, yeah, we would expect.
Exactly. Felt like
But
he was a bit scared of Leon.
and the same thing he does, like cruise to a decision and then say he was robbed. I think the entire fan base lost a little, not a little bit, a lot of respect for him after that one, to be
For
honest.
sure. That was his chance to become champion, and he just I don't know what he did, but he
Yeah,
didn't
so
show
the
up.
difference here is Bilal is he really wants it.
For
I
sure,
feel like
he will show up 100%.
bro, if he walks in the octagon and throws one jab per minute and doesn't do anything, I'm gonna be so mad. After like saying all this,
And he wins a split decision. Oh man,
no, bro, no, bro.
bro.
But
Nah,
yeah,
but
this is a very good card. Very much looking forward to it. It's a shame that it's going to be a 5 a.m. The main fight. I was hoping I could watch it at a normal time for as a as a European fan. You know what I mean? But yeah, once again, I'm gonna stay up late or wake up early, something.
for sure, I'm going to be staying up late because I have to watch Mokai vs Cup as well. For some
Dude,
reason, they put it
it
on
was
the
not on the press conference, dude.
bro. I was talking about it with a friend of mine. I said they have to put them on a press conference. That's going to be if you want pay per view, bro. That's the one. But
You want to
like they
break down
didn't
that
even put
fight?
them on the main card.
Let's break down that one.
All right, all right, all right.
They deserve it.
For sure, for
I'm
sure.
not biased at all. Ganda Manel, Vamos Manel.
Yeah, yeah.
Not biased at all.
Hey, bro, I'm telling you, he's losing, bro. Mokaev is beating him.
My fellow countryman.
Okay, you
He's
go ahead, go
taking.
ahead, go ahead.
He's sleeping him, bro. He's sleeking. He's in his head. Mokaev is scared. He found Mokaev in front of the gym. I don't know if this story is true, and everyone is talking about it. He cut him open. He's gonna do it again, dude.
I'm pretty sure he did
That's
cut him open. I think that's true.
people saying it's a rumor. People saying it's not true. If it's true, I don't doubt it. He's a crazy guy. You have to understand. He's an immigrant from Angola, which is like former Portugal in the past. We have a lot of Angolans here in Portugal, and
Colonized,
he
right?
grew up. Sorry,
Angola was colonized by.
colonized. Yes.
Ooh.
Uh, yeah, but Angolans, Cape Verdeans, they're all like we're brothers. We don't care about
I'm
this.
from the Netherlands. I'm just kidding, bro. You know how
Yeah, bro.
many countries we
I,
colonized,
I'm
bro?
I'm half colonized, half colonizer, so half Brazilian, half Portuguese. So I don't care about that stuff. I'm on both sides, but yeah. So Manel, he grew up in a region in the north of Portugal, in Porto, which is the second biggest city in Portugal, but in a specific neighborhood called Rio Tinto. Rio Tinto is like one of the craziest places in Portugal. It's famous for being like very dangerous, a lot of street fights going on, a lot of gang activity. So this guy comes from like the real ghetto in Portugal. Uh, yeah, so he brings a different mentality. When he says he's undefeated in the streets, I believe him. He takes Adesanya in the streets, he kills Adesanya in the streets, bro.
Bro, hell no, he doesn't, bro. Bro,
He's from
Adesanya is
Rio
kicking
Tinto,
him
bro. He's
like a
crazy,
little
bro.
baby, bro. What do you, bro? It does.
He climbs up his back, bro, and he chokes him out. I don't care. He's crazy. He has a different mentality. I can tell you that.
I'm sure.
He's a gangster. He's a
Maybe
real
in the
gangster
street he beats
of the game.
Mokaev. Maybe he does, but not
Yeah,
Adesanya, bro. Come on,
it's
Adesanya
a
will
joke,
just
bro.
kick
Of
him.
course, I'm joking, bro. I'm trying to go crazy for my countryman here. He
So,
stood up to the big guy. Huh?
yeah, but you're saying he beats Mokaev?
It's a hard fight, hard
Be
matchup
honest, bro.
for sure.
100% honest.
100%.
Honest.
I believe this fight is close to 50-50.
I see what you're saying. Thing is, bro, I think skill wise they're close. Yeah, skill wise they're close. But I feel like Mohamed Mokaev will just hold him against the cage, get one or two takedowns, get a few more punches in on the ground, and just win the decision that way. It will not be domination or like him
Manel will
knocking him
foul
out.
him. Manel will grab the cage if he needs to. Manel will eye poke him if he needs to. He'll do whatever. You have to understand, this guy will bring a different mentality because the beef here is different. On the feet, we obviously agree he has the advantage,
Yeah.
right? Now being 100% serious, I'm gonna stop with the fanboy shit. But yeah, um, so Manel, he trains in I don't know if he still trains at AKA, but I know he did for a while. Correct? Does he still?
Yeah, I'm not
Not
sure if
sure.
he does, but he did for sure. Let me see.
Okay,
I think I can find it here.
but no matter
Extreme.
what,
Yeah, he trains some extreme couture boxing, I think.
extreme. But he's no novice to the Dagestani style of wrestling.
Yeah.
He's in the training room every day with these guys, so he knows what to expect. And Mokaev, even though he grew up in the UK, he still has the very Dagestani style of wrestling.
He's Chechen, bro.
I said the style of wrestling. I didn't say I didn't say he's Chechen. Did I say he grew up in Dagestan?
Yeah. No.
Okay. My mistake. Sorry,
No.
sorry about that. I know they beef a little bit sometimes, so sorry about that, guys.
That's all good.
But so this I wanted to say. Okay, so he's no novice to this style of wrestling, and another thing, Cap is a very small guy, very short guy.
I was wrong. He's Dagestani.
It's Dagestani.
My
Okay,
bad,
so
people.
you were making me look bad, bro. Come on.
Yeah, I'm saying it's my fault. It's my fault. You're good.
Okay, no worries, no worries. But yeah. So and Manel is also a shorter guy, stocky guy. He's usually those guys are harder to take down. Um, and yeah, he's. I know. I think he knows what to expect. He can make. He has knockout power. Um, He's explosive guy. He has those knees. You saw the flying knee knockout he has.
For
I
sure.
don't think he's going to be throwing flying knees, but he can catch Mokaev coming in with a knee. Mokaev, he's ran into a lot of trouble in the past with submission artists and everything. Mo Cap is known for the knockouts, but he has a little bit of a ground game as well when it comes to submissions. So, dude, he brings problems for Mokaev, and it's a big step up for him. Like this is a guy that could be fighting for a title, but his career kind of took a bad trajectory. Crazy, he went to a couple bad decisions in his opinion, and to my opinion, sometimes he could have beaten the current champ.
But that was
Dude,
it was a weird fight. I just watched it back as well. Pantoja didn't try to wrestle out that. He just wanted to strike with Cap, and even then he won. That's how bad Cap is. I'm just kidding. Cap is, in my
I
opinion,
haven't I haven't watched that fight in a long time, but I remember the output from Cap was like
very low. Yeah, it
very
was
low.
weird. I think he
It was
was like
weird.
kind of scared or threatened by the takedown
Hmm.
offense from Pantoja, and I feel like the same will be happening here. What Cap will throw is 100% more dangerous than what Mokaev will throw. I
Hmm.
think that if Mokaev wins, it will 99% of the time will be a decision.
Hmm.
But I feel like the threat of the wrestling is just too high. I think that Mokaev will be able to take him down 2 to 3 times a round. Cap will stand up, and then they will have some exchanges against the cage, uh, kind of similar to Mokaev versus Charles Johnson. You know, I think
Hmm.
it will be similar to that fight.
That's a very tall flyweight though.
True,
It's
true,
easier to get these entries.
true.
So
That's true.
that's one thing I think that goes to Cap's advantage.
But Mokaev was easily able to get into the legs of Perez. Now he wasn't able to get most of the takedowns, but he was able to get in there. So I don't see
Hmm.
that being a big problem. And Perez is a very good wrestler. And Mokaev said that he was sick. He had like staph and he was sick and whatever, so that's why he didn't look
But
as good as he did.
has Mokaev fought like a guy with like finish with who has a big who brings a big finishing threat? You know what I mean? Like knockout threat, because Cap has power.
True, for
I
sure.
can't remember
Perez has
Mokaev
knockout power.
fighting. Yes, he got the last knockout, true. But
Yeah,
before that, he was a little bit, going through a bit of a hard time
yeah,
in his
for
career.
sure.
Let's just say that.
Not the same level, for sure. I feel like Cup is definitely on a higher level, but I just see this fight being close either way. I'm not.
It's
I'm
close. I
for
agree.
sure,
I
for
agree.
sure.
It's
I don't
close.
see this being a dominant fight for either guy. I feel like if Cup wins, it will be just a close split decision.
If Cap wins,
He might get a knockout, but I don't see it. I feel like Mokaev is defensively good enough to where he will be able to survive at least.
Manel throws an elbow or a knee, and he cuts him open in the same spot that he cut
Oh
him
shit!
open in the
He
streets.
breaks him mentally, yeah.
And no, it's medical stoppage.
Ooh.
This is my prediction, guys.
Bro, you're
You
biased,
have it
bro.
here. Not biased at all. Vamos, Manel. Vamos. Let's go.
Давай, Макаев, убей его. Yeah, I'm rushing, eh?
uh,
We have
I
to.
know, bro. I know. I know. But you have to understand. For me, it's very rare to see a Portuguese guy
For sure, bro.
on a high level in MMA.
Fialho
So
did
whenever I
well.
see one, I have to. Sorry,
Fialho did well.
he was doing well. Yes. Don't say anything else. Just end it here.
I'm not
He's
saying
a
anything.
friend. Don't say it.
I'm not saying anything, bro. He was a very fun fighter to watch, bro. I enjoyed every. I even bet on him once, so he won me money against Van Camp.
Welcome. Yeah.
Yeah, so good on you, bro. I hope you're doing well.
Ho- Hopefully he comes back from this hard time he's coming in his career. We'll see him back one day. Hopefully.
Hopefully. So that was everything we wanted to discuss about UFC 304. I think at least if you have anything to add, I'd love to hear it. If not,
I was taking a look at the prelims to see if there's any other interesting fights we should discuss. We have the Nathaniel Wood, Daniel Pineda fight. I don't know if you want to say anything about that.
I think Wood wins probably by decision. Pineda
I
is
totally
old,
agree.
so yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's basically it.
All right. I want to thank you for joining me on this. It was very fun. We talked a lot
Pleasure.
of shit, so it was all
Yeah.
good.
It's a pleasure, bro. We have a little bit of a Portugal versus Russia rivalry here going into that fight.
Hey, we should do something. We should like do a competition. Like who
Okay.
puts something on the story or something like that, you know?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Like
Exactly.
on the story, if Cobb wins, I will put on the story Crash MMA is the best MMA page on
Okay, I'll do the
social
same for
media.
you.
All right, perfect.
Okay, let's
For
do
a
that.
whole day.
Agree. Okay,
Agreed.
sounds good. Handshake.
All right, brother.
Let's do that.
Now Mukaev has to win, bro. This is becoming real. This is getting real.
Yeah, bro. This is hard stuff, huh?
Yeah.
Manel. Let's go, Manel.
Come on, man. Uva morrer.
Who vai morrer?
All right, brother. Once again, I
Let's
want to
go.
thank you for your time. If you guys enjoyed, let us know in the comment section. Like, subscribe, everything. And if you would like to see us do any different content, let us know. And we'll see you guys in the next video.
Pleasure, guys. Thank you so much.